I found out my husband has a second family, so I abandoned him in a foreign country without his passport. I thought my husband was the absolute perfect partner, and the 6 years that we had been together felt like pure bliss. We met at a work event since we have jobs in the same industry. We both travel a lot for our careers, and we both love traveling as a hobby as well. In the first couple of years of our relationship, we traveled together to multiple countries on our shared bucket list, and each trip felt like another chapter in the never-ending romance novel that was our lives. He made me feel cherished and free. We explored the world together, and I never thought anything or anyone could come between us. But like I said, you never know what's going on in someone else's head, no matter how well you think you know them. It was an average morning the day I found out about his ugly secret. We woke up together at our shared apartment, and he scrolled through his emails while I drank coffee. At one point, he got up to use the bathroom, and I remembered something I needed to look up. I didn't use his laptop often, but I just needed to look up one quick thing, and I figured it would be okay. That's when one email in particular caught my eye. It looked like some sort of document sent by a contact with a woman's name. Something told me to just click on it. The document was some sort of children's elementary school form that my husband needed to e-sign. I was confused. Whose child was this? Why did my husband need to sign paperwork for some random kid? It just gave me a weird feeling, and I decided to open his laptop back up after he left to get us breakfast that morning. I kept snooping. In the next half hour, I uncovered his entire second secret life that he had been hiding for about 4 years. It turns out that 2 years into us dating, he had cheated on me and gotten the other woman pregnant. She gave birth, and since then, he had been visiting them regularly and telling me he was on a work trip every time he was flying out to see them. I felt like I was watching some sort of horror movie when I eventually found his baby mother's Facebook and found years of family photos of them all together, smiling. I looked at his poop-eating grin in the photos, and it felt like he was laughing at me. I couldn't believe he had planned out this entire fake double life of his and managed to lead me on successfully for years. I wanted to strangle him the moment he walked back in the door, but a bigger part of me wanted to show him that I could plan too. I could lie too. So even though it unalived me, I acted like everything was fine that morning. I even suggested we start planning our next trip. He was more than glad to, and by the end of the day, I had booked our tickets to a week's stay in Morocco, a place I had been, but he hadn't. It was so hard for me to smile in my cheating husband's face. He was nothing but a worm and a liar to me, but I needed to make sure my plan went smoothly, so I kept playing the happy wife. The very first night in Morocco, I got him super drunk, and he passed out pretty early. That's when I packed up every single thing in our hotel room, including his passport, and I left him there alone while I took a taxi to the airport. I left him there, without his wallet, passport, or phone. It's been about 2 weeks now, and I haven't heard from him. I wonder if his baby mama is concerned about him too bad. I hope he's stuck there feeling afraid, alone, and abandoned, just like me.